A couple of months back, I asked you what I should make using only circles to turn into art, and it actually turned out really cool. It was quite a challenge, but it was particularly more challenging and fun when I limited the amount of circles that I could use. So we're going to do the same thing with squares, and again, take on your request. I asked you on Twitter, what do I draw using only squares? A circle, come on, you can do it. A circle, a circle, circles, a circle, 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 circle. Fine, I'll draw a circle with a square, and it's not as hard as you think it will be. Square, square, square. I think you know where I'm going with this. There you go. And then if I just trace around some of these lines, even though it's a little blocky and it's not a perfect circle, and with enough squares, yes, you could draw a circle with squares. By the way, that is how we do this challenge, is we draw the shapes, but then I can draw on any of those lines with the marker or with a pen to get the drawing I'm going for. We're going to start off with a budget of 30 squares. By the way, I also should qualify what qualifies as a square. In the same way that when I did the circle challenge, I showed that a circle on different three-dimensional angles takes on an elliptical shape. So let's see what we're looking at with a square. Just pretend it's perfect. Now I gotta thicken it everywhere. Oh, I got smudgies! This matters, okay? All right, let's pretend this is a perfect square. I'm failing at the one square challenge. Draw a square with the square. That little thing there is going to haunt me to my grave. Okay, we have a square. Now we have a bit of a rectangle. Let's rotate it and skew it a little bit. Now we have a parallelogram. If I can make all of those shapes with this square, I can use them. So rectangle, parallelogram. All right, there you go, parallelogram. Ooh, trapezoid. If I go close to the camera, that's where the perspective kicks in. There you go. And rhombus. I can make all of those shapes with a square. Let me know in the comments before I start if you think this is going to be easier or harder than the circles challenge. A lighthouse, that's actually not a bad suggestion. Now that we know we can use some other quadrilateral shapes, let's start off with this one. Alright, I think I used my squares inefficiently. I wasted them on the wave. I'm missing windows, I'm missing lines, and that was my 30 squares artwork, but I'm learning. We're gonna bring up our game. Something Minecraft inspired. That's cool. Let's start off with Steve, because obviously he's gonna be the center point here. For this square, I'm gonna extend it all the way down, because I might use the sides of the square as the legs. I'm just going to shift the angle of this one. I just want him to face away from the angle that his body's facing, just for a bit more drama. Still the same amount of squares. I'm going to have the side of his body here. That's a very stretchy, rhombusy square. And the side of his head, which is turned. I'm going to do 2 under here. I can't do like a weapon in his hand or something because there's like so many squares in a sword or a pickaxe. So he's just going to be walking. To make him three-dimensional, I'm running out of squares pretty quick. I gotta do the details of his face. Oh, I don't know how much of a Minecraft world we're gonna have. Let's see, let's just do the bare minimum. I've got to overlap squares here. The front of the face, hairline, which will also double into a mouth square. So that's 2. Oh, that's 10 total. I need something to be the mouth. So if this goes up like this, the square can extend like this. This is going to have to turn into the nose as well. So that's 1 square. And then I need a line here. Oh, this is harder than I expected. I thought the Minecraft one would be the easy one. It's not. Maybe he's holding a torch, because there's not many squares in that. His arm's coming out. We're still going for drama. And the torch is just 1 and 2. Fire. Fire. And 2. I've got 5. I've got 5 squares left. All right, let's think. The torch looks a bit short. I'm gonna use they're the same squares. Don't panic. I'm just moving this down. Oh, I'm reducing by 1 square. Look at that. I've gone from 3 squares to I get 1 back. See that? Because it's got 2 angles on the arm instead of 3. That's a happy accident if I ever saw one. And he's got a collar. So this sleeve can cut across here. Oh my gosh. That's almost not able to do both, but it just is. And I'm going to go down to the legs. So I'm going to turn this into a perspective one. And then this one goes up here. Boom, boom. I'm going to see if it makes sense when I draw the lines. Okay, Minecraft inspired with 25 squares. It worked out pretty well in the end. I pictured I could have done a lot more, but actually, I don't know, it feels harder to overlap the squares than it did the circles for some reason. But maybe I'm just not thinking creatively enough. Maybe I need some inspiration. Now, some people think that inspiration is hard to come by, but those people don't have a subscription to Audible yet. Audible has sponsored this video, so I can tell you how great it is. I've had an Audible subscription for longer than I've had this YouTube channel, and I love the experience of going on journeys while I create, while I do art and animation. I try to read a book now and then. In fact, Lindsay Ellis came out with Axiom's End. I love her YouTube channel. I was really excited to check out her book. I bought her book. It sat on the shelf and I never read it because I can't do it. I tried, but came out on Audible. Audible has the largest selection of audiobooks on the planet with the hugest variety of talented readers and authors. And that's just the beginning. There is so much more, especially included with the Audible Plus catalog. Audiobooks, podcasts, Audible originals, guided fitness, meditation programs, sleep tracks. Get started today. Go to audible.com/JAZZA or text JAZZA to 500. Get the Audible Plus catalog along with the free audiobook of any title that you can use every month. I really recommend listening to Axiom's End, and it feels good to support one of my favorite YouTubers, and you could do the same by supporting her and also me by clicking the link in the description and signing up to Audible. It makes the world go round. And I'm also going to put a whole bunch of recommendations in the description as well for you guys to check out, because I've listened to a lot of audiobooks and there are some that are my absolute favorites. But in the meantime, it's time for me to check out something else that inspires me, which is you. In the circle video, I actually opened up to you guys to give the challenge a go yourself, and I want to see what you guys did. Hero PSP did a Bob Ross thingy. That's very cool. Whoa! That's cool. I love that one. Oh, look at the little dragon. Look at that big dragon. Old man didn't made a dragon out of 20 circles. I love how with the same constraints, people are literally going different perspectives, different body types. Here's one with just a head only. That works really cool. 20 circles into the dragon head. Oh man. Isabel's 10 circle self-portrait. That's pretty cute. Look at him, guys. You're so creative. Oh man, this is fun. Look at doing squares with circles. These are really cool outcomes, guys. I love when you get involved like this. So we've got 30 circles with the lighthouse challenge. You can definitely outdo this. Come on, guys, don't be intimidated. 25 circles Minecraft. We're gonna go 20 and then 10. Did I say circles? My brain is breaking. 20 squares, robot dragon. Let's see how we go. I'm just gonna do a robot dragon head and neck. Here's the bottom of the jaw. I'm gonna extend this out just because I want the lines to work with in case I need them. But I'm planning on the head being in this sort of proportion, and maybe I want a horn that goes out there. Ooh, this can be a really big sort of trapezoid thing, because I might turn that into a wing. 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 squares so far. A square that connects to the horn goes down to create the wing, and let's go across so we can go up to be a tooth or something. That's only 4 squares. That's given me a lot to work with. This is a good start. I want to close off the eye here. So I'm going to maximize the use out of that by going up and across and down. There's 1. I need this to be like bolted on, the jaws bolted on. Let's make a really tall square here. Obviously I'm being very loose with the geometry parameters. Doing well so far. Robot dragon. Robot dragon. So then this is going to go down. Oh, I like that, because then our wing goes across and it has like spikes. This This is a really hard challenge. I want a square that goes out like this. I want to double this up with a vent. So that's 2 squares. And I'm just going to draw a square here and a square here. That's sort of a vent. I need 2 nuts. I want to do like 2 interlocking squares. So like we did with our circle, like if I do this, then I've got like a hex-shaped bolt thing. But I don't want to use 4 on the 2 places. I can use 3 by doubling up. 1 really long one, and a little one on each end. It's not going to be perfect, but it uses less. Do 1 here for where the arm will go. Got 1 more square. Ooh, the shape of the head. There you go. Yes! All right, I've got it. I think this one's going to be awesome. I like him. I like my robot dragon. 20 squares, robot dragon. I think that turned out pretty cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I don't want the last challenge, the 10 square challenge, to be a self-portrait, same as last time. Let's switch it up a bit. Ooh, a fun-looking modern house. That's actually interesting. Because when you think about like modern house designs, in fact, if I show you let's Google search it now. Modern house design. Look at it, it's just squares everywhere. Just squares. So let's see who can make the coolest modern house design with just 10 squares. Just pretend that you can design your dream house, but the architect says literally you have 10 squares. That's it. I will work around that. It could be as big or as bland or as fancy as you like. Just draw it with 10 squares and I'll turn it into a mansion. I want a cool silhouette. I feel like you sort of want 2 levels, don't you? There's 2 squares. I feel like they often have slants. Slant. Something down here. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. I feel like you want a good view from up here. So if we do like barred windows, then I've got to do something with 2 squares. Let's go down, up to here. Down and across. Okay, that's 2. Oh, that's half my squares. This is actually really tricky because you have to think, okay, doors, windows, garage, roof. I feel like these can all be windows. I've got 3 more. I feel like a fancy modern house should have a big random wall thing. That's gonna stick up there. There's 1. But wait, no, it sticks up too much in front of the thing. The roof should extend. I'll do a big overhanging roof. 2, 1 more square, make it count. Oh. Oh, thank God I didn't miss that. All right, now I'm gonna see how luxurious I can make my 10 square house design look. There it is, my 10 square mansion. I want to see your 10 square mansions. I don't know what hashtag. I think it was confusing because last time we split the hashtags. So this time we'll just go hashtag square with JAZZA. Rate my 10 square house in the comments and I'll check out yours if you use that hashtag and your other square illustrations. Doesn't have to be a square dragon. Doesn't have to be a robot dragon or a lighthouse or Minecraft or a house. It can be anything you set your mind to, but they're just some cool ones that we could that some people might want to repeat just to sort of see how people think differently. But I'm also interested to see how far you can stretch the concept and stretch the challenge. And let me know in the comments if you want to see me do a triangle challenge. It's funny how weirdly different this challenge feels to the circle one. Like, I don't know, and it's actually more confusing because there are 4 points that you have to try and make sense out of. Whereas the circle one, it feels much more natural to just draw an ellipses. This one's quite difficult, especially to draw things that have some personality like a dragon. Triangles will probably be a bit difficult too. We'll see how that goes. But also there is the potential of doing something like having a random budget of different shapes. That could be sort of fun, like randomly generating how many circles, squares, and triangles you get and the prompt in the random generation. Ooh, I like that. I actually think that one could be really fun. Anyways, go get active in the comments and using that hashtag, let me know if you want to see the shape mashup challenge. And if you do, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification if you haven't. Check out more videos over there you're bound to enjoy, and click like if you enjoyed this one. Anyways, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.